we've got the hinges that we made in the workshop. So they're all ready to go. Now we're going to set that bottom hinge. We're going to come up about 20 millimetres, 3/4 of an inch to give ourselves a bit of clearance. Then screw that on. Just like that. Another one. All right, once that's on, we'll then grab the gate, sit the gate in that bottom hinge, and then use that to mark out the top hinge. That way we make sure that the gate's loading on both hinges, not just one. It also makes it nice and quick to mark out. I'll do that in a tick. Just one other thing just before I go and do that. You'll need to put something on the gate to stop it from opening. That can either be a pad bolt, a spring, doesn't matter, just some way of keeping the gate shut. I mean, I suppose you could just use a piece of wire and wire it up if you wanted to, but you don't want that gate opening in the wind, because if your chooks get out of this bay into another bay, especially if you've just planted some seedlings, believe me, I've had it happen, it's a real mess. You don't want it, so you want to make sure that this gate stays shut. I'm going to do all that now, then we'll pop out and put on the fixed gate. So I'll see you then. All right, so now it's time to put the fixed gate on. You can see I've just packed it roughly into position. I'm just sitting on a bit of firewood here to hold it about where I want the gate. I'm then going to screw off the top hinge. Like that, setting the gaps so I'm happy with them. And then I'll screw off the bottom hinge. Do any adjustment that you need to do. Now I'm just putting one screw in each hinge, just so then I'll move my packer and just check that I'm happy with everything. All those gaps look pretty good, so I'll come back and screw them off. You're going to need, same as on the other gate, you're going to need to put something on here to stop the gate from swinging around. I'm just going to put a little pad bolt on there. You may wonder why there's such a gap under there. That's because I think Peter and Linda are going to pave through here, so we need to leave them a bit of room so that they can get their paving out. The paving needs to fall from the centre of the veggie patch out also. That's something else I probably should have mentioned a bit earlier. So really, putting this gate on is pretty much the last thing. Now, you can notice there's still a bit of wire to go on this. I'm not going to bore you with putting all the wire on. We've pretty much finished one bay. We've done the gates. So everything that's left is just putting wire on. So we'll come back another day. It's just about to get dark. It's getting pretty cold. We're going to lose the light in probably about half an hour. So we'll come back another day. We'll finish that off. The next time we might come back and have a look when it's time to plant the first veggies, or maybe move the chooks or something like that. All right, so we're back at the veggie patch. Everything's finished now. All the wire's gone on. What we're going to do today is just jump in and plant out one of the bays. Linda's already moved her chooks in. You can see them here. They've settled in. They're not doing quite as much digging as we'd like at the moment, but that's not that unusual. Sometimes you'll find when you get chooks, they do take a little while to settle in, so they'll get the idea sooner or later. She's also put 3 bays of manure crop down, which is not a bad idea in winter also, and that's just a crop that you grow purely to dig back into the soil. So what we're going to do is we'll jump in, we'll plant out that bay, and pop another couple of things in the entryway, and that'll be it, job finished. All right, there's an extremely large black cloud coming over the hill, so we're going to have to do this very quickly. Basically, the chooks are in this first bay. We've got manure crop in the next bay. That's where they'll go next. Manure crop, and we're going to plant in this 5th bay. First thing I'm going to do, if you've seen the other video, it's the same. I'm going to throw the soil from the centre out to the sides to give us a bit of a path in. Then we'll throw the plants in. I'm going to get into it because we haven't got much time. Trim that up a bit, kick it round a bit. Remember, they are only veggies. You don't have to get too precious about the whole process. All right, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've got some seed potatoes here. Now, potatoes are something that you don't get to all the time. You only dig them up once, so it's a good idea to put them around the back. So I'll just normally with anything I'm planting, I just kind of lay them out before I pop them in. Okay, so we've got some spuds there. We've got some, looks like Linda's got some fennel here. We'll lay them along there. Actually, I'm a bit of a symmetry nut, so I'm going to put two over here as well. Can't help the way you're born, can you? Things that we might want to get to more readily, like these lettuces, they can go in the front. A couple of broccoli. We've got a couple of leek there. Yeah, keep the symmetry. Oh, she's got three. How am I meant to be symmetrical like that? Pop that there. A few more broccoli. Put them back there. Like that. And we've got another variety of spud. Here, what are these ones? Kipfler. The other ones were King Edward. I've had the Kipfler, they're a good spud, so we'll throw a few more of them around now. These are actual seed potatoes. It's probably best to grow seed potatoes, but you can, if you get stuck, if you get a couple that sprout in the pantry, you can always throw them in and see how you go. All right, so once we've spread them around, I'm just going to put those spuds in the ground. Now we always put the little eyes up. I normally put them down about 6 inches. These other ones, just break the soil up a little bit. Leek goes in there. Fennel. Yeah, it's a bit hard. We'll do that one again. Again, I don't get too precious when I'm planting things. Plants like to grow, so get them in the ground and get onto something else. If your life's half as busy as mine, you've got plenty of things to do. All right, now I won't bore you with the rest of them. I'm going to throw them in. I'll take a couple of minutes to do that. We'll put a bit of mulch in here, and that'll be this bay done. Just going to take you out to the permanent bays here. Now, the good thing about the entryway is it gives you these two triangular bays either side, and they're a good spot to grow things that you don't want to get tracted every 5 months. So, Linda's got a couple of berries here. We've got some blueberries we're going to put in the corner, some raspberries, some strawberries, and a little thing of mint that we'll put up there. So again, I've laid them out where I'm going to put them. So we'll dig all them in, and that'll be it. One veggie patch complete. And if you build one, I think you'll be very pleased with the outcome.